Oh, I'm already on Zoom.
Is on motion all second.
You know what I mean?
Good.
But we're not sure.
Yeah. I think the other ones are. We have. I just said, hotel is the only one that, I thought.
Okay, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. This is the meeting of the City of Gloucester Licensing Board. Today is Tuesday, September 16th, 2025, and the time is 7:30 PM. We are meeting here in person at the Harbor Master's office located at 19 Harbor Loop in Gloucester, Mass. The public is welcome to attend our meetings in person or alternatively through the Zoom link listed on the agenda. The meeting notice will reflect if the meeting is Zoom only. As the recent amendments to the open meeting law allows, the licensing board may continue to hold meetings remotely. Please note the in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote connection. We will start off with introductions and we'll start here.
John Lemon, board member.
Melissa Prince, board member.
Natasha Dale, clerk.
Robert Curry, building commissioner.
Thank you. So we have a public hearing tonight that was published in the Gloucester Daily Times. It is the petition of, and I can't even begin to say this, Percy?
Kiriazi.
Say it again?
Kiriazi.
Kiriazi, LLC, DBA Calamari Greek Kitchen on a proposed new section 12 annual wine and malt beverage with cordial licenses at 112 Main Street. So usually for a public hearing, what I do is have you present the reason, the reasons for applying for a liquor license and what your intentions are. And then we could ask some questions and then we open it up to the public. If anyone comes in or on Zoom, if they want to weigh in on whether they are in favor of the license issuing or if they're in opposition, and then I close the public hearing and then we have a discussion and usually come to a determination based on whatever happens prior to getting to that point. So we can start with you introducing yourself, your names and addresses for the record,
My name is Alexander Kiriazi.
and your address.
Business address,
Sure.
112 Main Street.
Okay. And you are?
Eleni Curiazo, his daughter.
Okay, and you are both owners of the business?
No, I'm just him.
Okay. You said Alana?
Eleni.
Eleni, thank you. Okay, so tell us, about your quest to get a liquor license. Tell me
Just-
about your restaurant, how many people it seats, what days you're open,
We open Monday through Saturday
okay?
and hours 7:30 to 3 o'clock. 7 AM to 3 PM. And the reason we trying to get a liquor license to expand the business, how to have a little bit more business. So that's
So what's your intention, what's your business plan? So how many people,
right now we do have 24 seats.
24 seat?
Yeah.
That's right here.
Okay, and serving wine, what kind of wines, can you tell me more about what the intentions are?
Just beer and wine.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? No. Okay,
Have you held a liquor license before?
No,
I didn't see a floor plan. Do you
yeah, no,
have a
no,
floor plan of the layout of the restaurant?
I don't have it with me right now.
We can send that over if needed.
Yeah.
and also the financials of the business, there, that was left blank, so that makes
Oh,
this
okay.
application incomplete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are all requirements to get to the ABCC,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, so just so you know, it is a two-step process.
Mhm.
First, you come before the board and we decide whether to move forward with a license or not. If we move forward with a license, then the ABCC comes in and does their own separate investigation and requires even more information. And then they decide whether they're gonna confirm the board's decision. So it's a two-step process. So I'm not seeing a lot of information in this in this application.
Okay.
Everything has been left blank.
Do you know helping me fill the stuff out?
Yeah.
My stepmother was supposed to be here today, but she had to travel for work, so she
Okay,
wasn't able to join.
so I can say at this point, you can agree to table this matter and complete the application and come back. We would need a floor plan.
Okay.
And the application to be filled out complete. There's a lot of blank spaces here.
Okay.
As far as who owns the business and how it is owned. So that's the lease. Like I said, the financial page is left
Mhm.
blank. Any employment you've had, for the owner or the manager, the history of your employment would need to be registered in there, how it is managed. If you've had previous interest, this is definitely not a completed application. So, you have your lease.
Do you don't see anything? Okay.
That was, she completed.
We'll check in first.
So,
Okay,
um,
our apologies, we'll check in,
Okay.
double check everything.
so I'm just trying to figure out the public hearing part of it. So we're probably gonna have to, we're gonna have to advertise again.
Okay.
Because the public hasn't had a chance to review the application as well.
Okay,
So do you agree to table it and then you'll have an opportunity to submit it? Otherwise, the regulations state that the licensing board has to make a decision within 30 days of you applying for this.
Right.
So if we were put in a position to make a decision today, it might not go to your favor. Based on just what we're seeing in the application, and that doesn't include all the other questions that we're gonna ask
yeah,
on the operation of the business.
okay.
So is that something that you're in agreement to?
Yeah.
The table?
Yeah.
Okay. I move that we table the public hearing regarding Kalamata Greek Kitchen. And that it will be scheduled for a future date and that we will have to advertise for another public hearing. Once the application is complete.
Second.
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 Are we doing a motion? Any
Oh, is that what you
further-
did?
Yeah, I think so. Any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the vote carries. Do you have any questions for us before? I mean, this is your opportunity to speak to us, so.
Yeah, do you have
No,
any questions, Bob?
Just, you tell whatever needs to be done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
That's it.
we'll check in with her, that was surprise to me, so I
That's okay.
apologize. for
That's okay.
that.
So you can reach out to Natasha at the office, on Pond Road, and she can talk to you as well.
Okay.
And resubmit your application.
Okay.
Okay, all
Okay,
right, thank you.
thank you so
Thank you.
much.
When you plan to open? Are you open?
There you go.
We already opened,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have great salads.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, Next order of business is continued business, petition of Honey Willow LLC, DBA Honeycomb on the proposed new seasonal off-premise section 15 wine and malt beverage license at 1 Holly Street. Again, this was a public hearing that we held at our last meeting, and they too agreed to table the matter. And so we put it on for this meeting and recently received an email from their attorney, and I'm just gonna read that into the record. That says, it was to our clerk Natasha, you can remove Honey Willow LLC from the agenda tonight. The build out is behind schedule. And since it's clear to the board they'd like to view the space before consideration, it would be more efficient to wait until we can schedule the board to view the space and have an updated package so that all information can be assessed at the same time. Best Hannah, and that's Hannah Greenow Esquire from Glovsky and Glovsky LLC, their attorney. So this matter will be tabled until we hear from Hannah Greenhow, again, attorney Hannah Greenhow. So that puts us off to new business. The new business is a petition of the Gloucester Ambits Building Association on a change of manager to Nicholas Browning.
I just came out of there.
Okay. That go too.
Mhm.
Sorry. Okay, get on.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
can you please state your name and address for the record, please?
Nicholas Browning. Do you want the business address?
Yes, please. So whatever address you want to give us.
1B Washington Street, Gloucester.
Okay, so you are applying to be the manager at the Ambits. I have your application for change of manager in front of us. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your experience.
I started working at the Ambets in 2017 or
Okay.
early 2018 as a bartender, helping with all of our functions, fundraisers, and other post business, you know, through the veteran business. Since about February or March of 23, I've been training with Victor Anito, who held the license before. He's shown me all the things that I've need to do to run this place that I didn't know, the more the behind the scenes.
Okay. And you're an assembly technician as well?
No, I was, that was before I came back here.
Okay,
I was working there full time and at the Ambits part time, and then when we moved to the new address, I became a lot more involved. I took over as commander here as well, around the same time, February 23.
and so how many hours a week do you work at the Ambits?
I'm here 40 hours a week.
Okay, and do you plan on changing that at all?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And you've been there since 2018, you said?
Yes.
17, okay, so you have a couple years into experience. And I see that you're tip certified.
Yes.
Tell me about the size of the crowds that come in there. How many people usually attend the Ambits?
It's different on days throughout the week. There's maybe 30 people throughout the day, and then the weekends, depending on what's going on in the city. I mean, we hit 50, 60. Our capacity is 90, but 99, but we've never reached that.
So the reason why I ask is that we have been requiring managers to get crowd control certification. And
I have that.
You have it already?
Yes, yes. All my employees have it.
So you have a copy of the certification you can submit to us? I'm only concerned about you, not for your,
Oh,
I mean, great that your
yes.
employees have it.
Yeah, I
If you
could send.
Get us
I
a
could send
copy,
it.
that would be great. Is that the one on Mass.gov?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Do you have any questions while I'm looking?
You've been doing all the deliveries since
when are you taking in all the, they're doing the orders of alcohol, you doing the deliveries, you there present when the deliveries arrive?
I didn't hear the first part of what you were saying.
Are you on site when you're getting deliveries?
Yes, we get liquor on Wednesdays, beer on Thursday and Fridays.
Okay. And you're doing the ordering of liquor and beer?
Yes, I do all that.
And how many bartenders do you have working for you?
7 plus me is 8.
And you're there 40 hours a week? And when
Yes.
you're there, will there be somebody else that steps in for you, or will you be available by phone? In case
I
you
have my
need-
phone on me all the time.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any more questions? Nope. I don't have any more questions either. With that being said, I will make a motion, to allow the petition of Gloucester Ambits Building Association on a change of manager to become Nicholas Browning.
Second,
Any further discussion?
no,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. So this board has approved you to move forward as manager, and as I explained to the prior petitioners that were here, this will go to the ABCC, and they may reach out to you and want more information than we've asked. But I don't see any issues. You present very well.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Alright.
well, thank you very much. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Good luck at the Ambets.
Thank you.
Next order of business is petition of Nicholas Casso requesting to serve wine and malt beverages only during Magtoberfest. I feel like we just did this. On October 12, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Lexington Ave. And then there'll be another petition of Maria Tilkins requesting to serve wine and malt beverages only during October, Magtoberfest at 1 Lexington Ave. Why do they both
They're different,
notch.
notch and then the
and
champagne,
the
the
bubble
bubble thing?
bar.
Okay, got
Yep,
it.
they're two different.
So I'm gonna have them present at the same time.
So do you want me to pull in
Yeah,
Maria
you
as
promote them
well?
both, yeah.
They're
You're
gonna
just-
get asked the same question. For
Exactly.
the same event.
And it's just gonna be, did you do the same as last year?
Yeah, I think it's the same as last year.
Yeah,
Should be pretty easy. The only thing I see is they don't sue the liquor liability for notch.
okay.
That liquor liability and they don't sue liquor itself.
I get my son go.
I think they're both.
Hello.
Hello.
So we decided it would be easier for just to have you both present at the same time. We've met you before in your successful adventures on Magtoberfest. And we'll start off with Nicholas Casso. So can you just state your name and address for the record, please?
Sure. So Nick Queso, 283R Derby Street in Salem. Yeah, I think this will be the 4th year that I've done this event. I know Notch has done this at least the last, I think, 5 or 6 years. So yeah, we've never had any issues that I'm aware of. We're all tip certified. We check IDs. We have volunteers from the Magtoberfest folks that also help checking IDs. And yeah, we try and stay on top of it as much as we can.
Yep. And your, the containment area gonna be the same as it has been with the fence around it?
Yep. As far as I know, it's the same setup as every other year.
Yep. Going in the same place, right across from 5 to 5?
Correct.
Okay.
Nick, I think the only thing we don't have is, we have a copy of your certificate of liability insurance. I don't see anything that labels liquor.
Okay, I can get that sent over first thing in the morning. It may have just been an error on our insurance company when they sent it over, but I can get that over first thing tomorrow morning.
Great,
Okay.
thank you.
No problem.
Okay, and now Maria Tilkins. Can you just say your
Hello.
name for the record?
Maria Tilkins.
Thank you. And the business that you're representing?
Bubble Bar Boston,
Bubble Bar.
Can you just state your address?
3 Lincoln Road, Salem, Mass. 01970.
And same questions, doing the same as last year, same containment area?
Absolutely. The only thing that will be different for us is we won't be bringing our vintage truck.
Oh, that's part of the whole,
I know they wanted to have a little bit more room for more people to be able to come.
okay, got it. It's a great event, so the more room, the better.
Absolutely.
And their paperwork is all online, right?
Yes.
Okay, because you've been so successful over the past years, we haven't had any issues. You've been abiding by all the regulations and the rules. I'm gonna make a motion. I'm gonna do both of them in one. To approve the petition of Nicholas Casa
Casso.
and Maria Tilkins requesting to serve wine and malt beverages only during the Magtoberfest on October 12, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on 1 Lexington Ave. I'm gonna put a subject to Nicholas Casso, forwarding the liquor liability insurance prior to the event, but more sooner than later, so.
Yep.
we know that we're all-
You'll have that tomorrow morning.
And I so move.
Second,
Any other questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. Do you have any questions for us?
Nope.
No,
Alright.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on Zoom tonight. Looking forward to the event.
Thank
See
you all.
soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, discussions by the board. Mass General Law 138, Section 12D, discussion and possible vote. So there'll be no vote. More of an introduction. So recently, a new regulation came down from the ABCC, and I'm gonna read it into the record real quick. In case anybody watches this meeting going forward, they'll know that we are going to address the Alcohol Beverages Control Commission advisory regarding local boards' ability to allow Mass General Law, Chapter 138, Section 12, on-premise wine and malt beverages license holders to trade in their license for a Mass General Law 138, Section 12, on-premise all alcoholic beverage license pursuant to Mass General Laws 138, Section 12. On June 30th, 2025, Governor Maura Haley signed in part an act making appropriations for the fiscal year 2026, creating a Mass General Law 138, Section 12D, which permits local boards, us, to allow Mass General Law 138, Section 12, on-premise wine and malt beverage license holders to trade in their license for a non-transferable Mass General Law 138, Section 12, on-premise all alcoholic beverage license. Mass General Laws 138, Section 12D became effective July 1st, 2025. The text of the law can be found here. Local boards must accept the new law prior to allowing Mass General Law 138, Section 12, on-premise wine and malt beverages license holders to trade in their license for Mass General Law 138, Section 12, on-premises all alcoholic beverage licenses pursuant to the rules of Massachusetts laws. I don't think I'm gonna keep reading this because it just sounds more confusing as I'm reading it, because it's just a repeat of everything. So long story short, I'm gonna summarize, and I apologize for saying I was gonna read it and didn't. So if you are a current licensee and have a Mass General Law Section 138, Section 12, on-premise wine and malt license currently, we have 2 that are being used in the community. There is an ability to potentially change the wine and malt to be all alcohol. And serve the community all alcohol, not just beer and wine. The caveat to it is that the license change will happen subject to the city of Gloucester's city council approving or accepting the law. The ABCC approving the change. But like I said, the caveat is that you cannot transfer the license, so it will not be owned to be sold. the licensee can use the new type of license until they decide they no longer want to serve the public. It cannot be transferred to another business. And once
Can be sold.
can't be sold, and once you stop using it, it automatically transfers back to a beer and wine license. It does not add to the number of all alcohol licenses that we have in the community. It's more of a temporary change to the use of the license, and it doesn't change anything with the quota language in Mass General laws, if that makes sense. So this is new to us. Even though it's effective in July, we're just bringing it to the board's attention now. My hope is that at our next meeting, and I'm hoping it's when Ted Foster can join us as well, that we have a discussion of this and maybe have Susan Egan come in and guide us and decide if we want to make a recommendation from this board to the city council for them to accept this new law, Mass General Law, Chapter 138, Section 12D, which will allow the change of license from beer and wine to all alcohol. In addition, I know I did some research on this a while ago. It also gave us the authority to come up with a fee schedule for it. If they do transfer into all alcohol as opposed to beer and wine, because those fees are reflected differently in our fee list. But I think Suzanne Egan can inform us of any other potential actions we can take to make the recommendation to the city council, if that's what we decide to do. Do you have any questions? So, I would say that I will reach out to Suzanne, through Natasha, and see if she can be at a future meeting, hopefully in October, and get this, it'll be on our agenda and have the discussion and the potential vote that day. It's not complicated. So, I don't think there'll be that much, questioning. It's just a matter of, does this licensing board want to make the recommendation to the city council? And then, of course, it will be in the hands of the city council whether they want to accept the new law. So, there's not much more to say on that matter, and we will move on to the next discussion, which is BROI LLC DBA Ocean House Hotel Liquor License Update.
Well, they're not on, so.
And they're not on?
Nope.
Okay. So I guess what I will say is this is a license that was provided to Ocean House last year. And as of today, being September 16th, they have not used their license. And our rules and regulations state that within 120 days of the issuance of a license, the licensee shall be fully operational unless otherwise approved by the Gloucester Licensing Board. Failure to operate under the license for 90 consecutive days shall be deemed an abandonment of the license and sufficient grounds for cancellation or revocation unless prior approval is granted by the licensing board. If provided notice in writing within 30 days of a major renovation, destruction by natural disaster, fire, or other similar circumstance, the Gloucester Licensing Board may waive this abandoned provision. So as it stands today, I believe it has been more than 120 days since we issued the license, and we are in the situation where we could consider this license abandoned. It's my understanding that they've reached out to the board recently for some sort of direction. They were invited to this meeting tonight and are not here. So what do you propose as next steps by the board?
I would suggest we get them to attend the next
The next meeting?
meeting,
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll send them notice.
or we'll have to pull it.
We'll send them notice. They'll be here for renewal soon as well.
No, it's seasonal.
That's it.
Oh, not till March.
Alright.
Okay. So with that being said, we're in agreement to send them notice to attend the next meeting.
Yes,
And I'm going to ask that we do that for another establishment as well. But we can discuss that when we develop the agenda. Okay. I guess that's it. Short meeting tonight.
Short meeting.
Is anyone else
Yeah.
online? I
No.
lost my Zoom. Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, oppose, the vote carries.